Hey guys, welcome to Beware the Awakening. Take our Draco Meteorite featuring our Dragonite EX from Obsidian Flames with a mighty meteor attack, hitting 140 damage for 1 water and 1 lightning, plus 140 more if you flip a heads with this attack. If you get a tails though, this Pokemon can attack during your next turn. We also have our baby Dragonite from 151 with the Jet Cruise ability, giving all of our Pokemon in play free retreat. He can also do 180 damage with his Dragon Pulse attack for the same energy cost, discarding the top 2 cards of your deck. For the draw support, we have 3 Bibarel, 1 Radiant Greninja, 2 Arven for the Rare Candy Search, 1 Chorus, and 1 Iono. We also have 1 Marnie's Pride and 1 Giovanni's Charisma for the Energy Acceleration, 1 Vitality Band for the Damage Boost, 1 Super Rod to shop back up Pokemon Energies, 1 Switch and 1 Energy Switch for our Dragonite EX or Greninja's Moonlight Shuriken. We also have 1 Counter Catcher and 1 Boss which are Power Play, 4 Luminous and 1 Reversal for Baby Dragonite with 1 Earthen Vessel, 4 Basic Lightning, and 4 Basic Water Energies. Finally, with 1 Shaymin V for the last minute knockout against Charizard EX or Roaring Moon with Revenge Blast, using our Giovanni's Charisma, Marnie's Pride, or Energy Switch with Luminous Energy. So that's all for the deck list. Now let's go for some gameplay and see how well this deck works. Okay, let's go our first game with Draco Meteorite. We got our Terra Dragonite EX, which is actually the same type as it is. Dragon Terra. The only Dragon Terra in format actually. So first game we're up against Arcanine EX with Arceus V-Star. Kind of Firebox with Arceus. They got Magma Basin as well, I guess. Maybe a Chiyu or two. Oh wait, they got Lugia. This is kind of an off-meta deck, I guess. They're playing Lugia V-Star. Not sure what they're gonna summon from the discard pile with the V-Star power, but they got the Lugia. And we got our Arven for VIP on the first turn, which is great. We got another Arven for the Rare Candy on the next turn. So for this game, I think we're playing 4 Arven because we got frustrated. We got so frustrated at one point playing this game, not getting the Rare Candy, that eventually we just decided to play 4 Arven. Which is actually not a good idea. I eventually realized that. So now we got 2 Arven, 1 Chorus, and 1 Iono. Iono is not really that great for a Rare Candy deck, but it's really good for setup. If you get it early, it helps you set up your bench. Right, it helps you get your Bibarel, which actually sets things going. If you don't have your Ultra Ball, it helps you, it helps you attach the energy and wait until you get the Bibarel. Because you can still draw with your Greninja or get another supporter card or something. So we got Skwovet in play with the Radiant Greninja for the mini draw support, but no Bidoof. So are we going to search for the basic with our Ultra Ball and then play Arven on the next turn to evolve the Bibarel? Or are we just going to wait for the energy? We could actually play Arven for the Vessel, and then draw more cards with the Greninja, play the Rare Candy, attack with the Baby Dragonite for the free retreat. It's a lot though. So I feel like we should get the Bibarel. Maybe we should have just played VIP for the Bidoof instead of the Greninja. I was being a bit hopeful, a bit wishful thinking on my part, that we would get another Nest Ball or something. Just to bench the Bidoof. We do have 3 copies of Bidoof though, and 4 Nest Balls, so oh well. The next turn is gonna be a bit difficult though. Like, what do we even search for with the Arven? We could go Vessel and draw 2 cards with the Greninja. We could go Ultra Ball or Great Ball to get the Dragonite, or we could just evolve the Bibarel. If we evolve Bibarel, we may need to discard 2 cards from our hand, which would be a disaster because we got Dragonair and Rare Candy. I don't think we should be discarding either of those 2 cards. We do have Rod though, so maybe we should be discarding Dragonair instead of the Rare Candy because we only got 4. If we have our, if we have our second or third Rare Candy prize, it would be kind of terrible. So we're actually going to get a Great Ball here, which is interesting. We got Dragonite, or are we going to just bench the Bidoof? I feel like we should be evolving the Dragonite. I'm not sure what to do here. Because if we get the Bidoof, we can discard it with the Ultra along with the Dragonair, and then draw out draw out another Ultra Ball to evolve the Dragonite. Because we don't actually need the EX, since we're not actually able to attack right now if we don't get the baby Dragonite. So we need our Jet Cruise for the free retreat, so that we get to move our Dragonite into the active spot for us to attack with Dragon Pulse, discarding the top 2 cards of our deck, by the way, for only 180 damage, but it's actually enough to take out the Growlithe right now before they evolve into the Arcanine, and that actually puts pressure on them to charge up the Lugia, right? If they don't get the Archeops, they can't attack, but they're probably going to discard it with the Burnett or something on the next turn, research, and then they got enough energies on the Lugia to take out our baby Dragonite, which I don't think is a good thing, just because if we don't have the Jet Cruise ability in play anymore, if we don't have our baby Dragonite in play, the EX isn't going to work that well, right? If you flip a Tails with your Mighty Meteor, with your Dragonite EX, then you can't attack on the next turn. What are you going to do? We only have 1 switch card, we have only 1 energy switch, which isn't going to do anything if we don't retreat. So we definitely need both Dragonites in play all the time, and I don't think we should be sacrificing our baby Dragonite that early. So just gonna draw cards now with our Skwovet and Bibarel. Wait, did we do our Industrious Incisor already? Okay, we did it, apparently. We have another Bidoof in play. If they play Avery, it would be so terrible. Can you imagine if they play Avery right now? Or Collapse Stadium? That card's gonna get rotated so hard though. I can't wait for rotation because no more Avery, no more Fog Crystal, no more PAF. We actually did think about adding PAF to this list though, just because Dragonite EX doesn't have an ability. We are locking our own Greninja from drawing cards from discarding our Pokemon, discarding our energy for us to play Marnie's Pride as well. But, you know, we actually get to lock important abilities like Charizard EX, Pidgeot, 𝑧�𝒂𝒏, Mew EX, Lumineon, Rotom, all of those things that people play on the meta. Path to the Peak getting rotated is huge. Like, can you imagine? No more Rubox abilities. I mean, no more, ability lock for Rubox Pokemons, except we're gonna get a new Iron Thorns EX for Crimson Haze, which is actually gonna get released after Temporal Force. So it's gonna take a while until it gets introduced into the standard format, but Iron Thorns EX actually has an ability that locks all Rubox Pokemon's ability that isn't a future Pokemon. So that's actually a big thing. It only works if it's in the active spot, obviously, like Tinglu EX or Flutter Mane. So our opponent can actually gust it with a Boss or Iron Bundle to basically free up, to remove your Iron Thorns from the active spot so that they actually get to play their Rubox abilities once more. If you have another Iron Thorns EX on your bench though, which is easy enough just because it's a basic Pokemon, you actually get to deny your opponent from playing their Rubox abilities even if they play Iron Bundle's ability. So nothing's perfect. There are always counters to any strategy that you have. Even against Charizard EX, you can play a grass deck, Toedscruel, you can play Meowscarada. Even against Roaring Moon, you can just play a one price deck. Honestly, Roaring Moon isn't really that strong. But anyways, like if you play Canceling Cologne against Iron Thorns EX's ability, you get to basically play your Rubox ability for one turn, and then play a boss at some point in the game to use your Rubox ability a second time just to survive the game. I don't think you need to play your Rubox ability that many times per game, just because you can get by with Bibarel. You can get by with just non-Rubox ability, honestly. Except maybe Gardevoir EX, Goldango EX, and Xian Pao, which are actually gonna, suffer a lot from the ability lock, to be fair. But anyways, I think I'm just gonna end the voiceover right here and you guys focus on the game. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. Today we have for you our Dragonite, double Dragonite deck featuring our 151 Jet Cruise ability and also our Mighty Meteor Dragonite EX, helping us do extra 140 damage if you flip a heads. If you flip a tails though, you can't attack on your next turn. So a max damage of 280 for only 2 energies. You actually get to play Neo Upper Energy for your Dragonite when it releases for Temporal Forces, but we are not playing it just because it's, you know, it's not out yet, obviously. We have one reversal though for the baby Dragonite, and also our Luminous to substitute for either Water or Lightning, with our Marnie's Pride and also Giovanni's Charisma to replace for Raihan post-rotation. So that's all for this video. Hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you next time. Have a great day, and bye for all the people. Enjoy life!